Location: 7415 Landover RD, Hyattsville, Maryland, 20,785. United States. I should have walked away the moment I saw those glowing eyes beneath the basement stairs. I should have packed my belongings and left 7415 Landover RD forever. Instead, I made the biggest mistake of my life. I went downstairs. The cold air pouring from the basement felt unnatural. Not winter cold, not underground cold. It felt dead, like the temperature inside. A morgue. Every step down the staircase seemed louder than the last. The rusty door slowly creaked shut behind me. I spun around. The hallway above had disappeared into darkness. The only way forward was deeper underground. The basement looked much larger than it should have been. From outside, the building wasn't very big, yet beneath 7415 Landover RD, the basement stretched endlessly. Concrete walls vanished into darkness. Old pipes ran across the ceiling. Water dripped somewhere in the distance. Drip. Then I noticed something strange. The footsteps. The footsteps I had heard earlier. They were still happening. Slow. Heavy. Deliberate. But they weren't ahead of me. They were behind me, following me. I turned. Nothing. Only darkness. The footsteps stopped. Then a whisper floated through the basement. Keep walking. My flashlight flickered. For a moment, the beam illuminated words scratched into the wall. Hundreds of words. Names. Dates. Messages. Some looked decades old. Others seemed recent. One message stood out. Written in deep scratches, almost carved into the concrete. If you find the room, do not go inside. Beneath it was another message. It pretends to be your friend. A chill ran through my body. I backed away. That's when my light revealed something hidden behind a row of shelves. A narrow doorway, bricked over long ago, but part of the wall had collapsed. Exposing a dark opening. The hidden room. I stared at it. The opening shouldn't have existed. According to the building plans I found online, there was nothing beyond that wall. Nothing. Yet there was. A room that officially did not exist. A room hidden beneath 7415 Landover RD. The smell coming from inside was unbearable. Rotting wood. Mold. And something far worse. Something organic. Something that smelled like death. I raised my flashlight and stepped through the opening. The room was enormous. Far larger than the basement itself. Impossible. The dimensions made no sense. The walls were lined with old photographs. Hundreds of them. Thousands. People of all ages. Families. Children. Workers. Tenants. Most photographs were black and white. Others looked recent. I walked closer. My stomach dropped. Every photograph had one thing in common. The eyes. Someone had scratched out every pair of eyes, every single one. Then I saw a photograph from 1987. The missing family. The same family. I had researched online. Mother. Father. 2 daughters. 1 son. Standing outside 7415 Landover RD. Smiling. Happy. Alive. Across the photograph, someone had written. They opened the door. I stepped backward. My heart raced. Something moved behind me. I spun around. Nothing. Yet I could hear breathing. Slow. Wet. Very close. The flashlight beam suddenly landed on a wooden desk. An old leather journal sat on top. Dust covered its surface. I opened it carefully. The first entry was dated 1962, October 14th, 1962. The voices started again. They come from below the room. I can hear them every night. They know my name. Another entry. November 2nd, 1962. The thing wears faces. Sometimes it appears as my wife. Sometimes my son. It wants me to open the second door. Another. Entry November 7th, 1962. I finally saw its true form. God forgive me. God, forgive all of us. The remaining pages were covered in frantic scribbles. One sentence repeated over and over, hundreds of times. Do not look into its eyes. A sudden crash echoed through the room. The journal fell from my hands. My flashlight died. Everything went black. Complete darkness. Then I heard breathing directly behind me. I froze. The breathing became louder. Closer. I could feel warm air touching the back of my neck. Slowly, I reached for my phone. Its screen illuminated the darkness, and I saw someone standing behind me. Myself. I dropped the phone. The screen shattered. For a brief second, the light illuminated the figure. It looked exactly like me. Same face. Same eyes, except its smile stretched impossibly wide from ear to ear. Then it spoke, using my voice. Daniel. My blood turned to ice. It took a step forward. I stepped back. It copied me perfectly. Every movement, every breath, every expression. As if I were looking into a living mirror. You shouldn't have come down here, it said. I know. You're too late. What are you? The thing smiled wider. Its jaw cracked. Bones popped. Its mouth opened farther than humanly possible. Darkness spilled from inside. Not blood. Not flesh. Pure darkness. Alive. Moving. Watching. Then every photograph in the room began falling from the walls. Thousands of pictures hit the floor. At once, the sound was deafening. And from every photograph came whispers. Hundreds of voices. Thousands. All speaking together. Help us. Don't let it out. It's wearing our faces. Run. Suddenly, I understood. The missing people. The disappearances. The voices. The hidden room. Whatever existed beneath 7415 Landover Road wasn't a ghost. It was something older. Something that copied people. Something that replaced them. The creature took another step closer. Its body twisted. Its skin stretched. Faces began emerging beneath its flesh. Dozens of faces. Crying. Screaming. Begging. Faces trapped inside its body, trying to escape. Then I saw one face clearly. The missing boy from 1987. His mouth moved, trying desperately to say something. Finally, I understood the words. Second door. The room shook violently. Concrete cracked. Dust rained from the ceiling. And behind the creature, hidden in darkness, I saw it. A second door. Ancient. Black. Covered with strange symbols. The creature immediately noticed where I was looking. For the first time, it seemed afraid. Genuinely afraid. No, it whispered. The smile vanished. No. The room trembled harder. The trapped faces inside its skin began screaming. The creature lunged toward me. Its arms stretched unnaturally long. Its fingers became claws, and I ran straight toward the second door. As I reached it, I heard the creature shriek. The sound was unlike anything human, unlike anything alive. The walls cracked. The photographs burst apart. The entire hidden room seemed to come alive. And just before my hand touched the ancient black door, I heard a voice from the other side, a voice far worse than the creature's, a voice that had been waiting for decades, a voice that whispered only 3 words.